an entire 3-game series, Dracir versus Khadit, who's also known as Aqua Kazam as far as I know, on the Discord that we possess and cherish. So that should be both very good players. That should be pretty hype. And we are starting with Ancient City, Dracir in the upper left corner as your resident elf. Coming in with the Druid versus Khadit with yet another orc. Gonna love me some orcs. Occultist coming up. Triple hunting cabin opener, so that's gonna be a change of style here.
Let's make this quick.
That should be rather interesting. Our Druid boy is terribly good against the Goblin Tide. Let's see how Khadit is planning to play around it. Especially if he starts to buy some fire bombs, which I haven't seen him do yet. But I don't know how old these replays are. I probably could check. Potatoes. This would just be too easy. So I don't know if there's like pre-tournament, tournament, or whatever. But we shall see. Oh, don't lose the Pathfinder right there. Good man. But yeah. Just look at that Druid going to town on these poor little zombos. It is beautiful. And Khadit's also already done down here. We have Demonic Pact and not spent any ability points, so we're gonna come back to you. And Dracir is not spending them either. So there is me trying to be a pro caster, giving them time, waiting until the first outpost is done to check their builds, and then they just be mean to me. So Double Deep Waters, Brute Force, Obliterate, and Alan's Fire. That's my kind of style against orcs. Let's see if he... Curious to see if he's gonna pick up Rot Stone on level 3 to nuke that orc economy. And Khadit is just happily slicing through the boys here. And yeah, classic stuff, concentration, nullify, all the good stuff, demonic pact, block conference,
the outpost
and
has been
new
built.
sacrifice.
Our borders have expanded.
And he's going straight, which is definitely the way you can do it. Depending on the race and what you need, you often see like the main base grab first and then teleport back here and then go straight. But this way you grab the Godstone earlier, it's a bit safer, in my opinion. But it does open you up to like an early cheeky grab on your outpost sector there, which can be quite annoying, especially considering there's no iron on these sectors, so it's only the outside of main base sectors as well as the Medusa spots that have iron on this map. And yeah, we all know I love both of these races really love their iron. So it's rather hotly contested. And looks like we're gonna see like a mirror capping order. That's interesting. Pathfinder is being parked on the Seeing Stone here. So as we can see now, gives you a lovely side picture of the middle of the map. Always nice to have someone spotting there. And where is the... Oh, okay. That's gonna be annoying for our orc player. Dracir is not gonna be able to hold this. But the creep deny is gonna be pretty tasty. And he still has town portal, so he can go back there and grab that creep on the left there. Let's see if he wants to stay and be a bit annoying. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a... Yeah, just drop a woodcutter, standard stuff. There we go. There's the good old flag nuke with the occultist. And indeed, we see the corner sector grab with grove and hunting behind it. So, okay, interesting. Woodcutter straight in the middle?
It will only take a second, damn it. It is more complicated.
Alright. That's interesting. There's a little bit of wood there, but afterwards travel time is really gonna hurt. Pathfinder doing his happy little best against this flag before it comes up.
We're under attack.
And meanwhile, Druid is denying the entire lumber mill production down here. So that's pretty nice. And seems to be getting the lumber mill with the laser beam. So that's some pretty decent damage. Apologies for jumping on that a little bit late. But it doesn't look like we lost any workers. So the micro was good on Khadit's side. But this is the Druid's sphere of happiness. Killing goblins in the morning. It is his favorite pastime. Here comes the... Oh, just look at the damage. Beautiful.
We're
On
being
the
attacked.
cooldowns. Let's jump to Dracir, check the cooldowns. Yeah, okay. Everything is a little bit out. Oh, wait, did he not? Hang on, I think I misspoke. No, he does have Obliterate. For some reason, like, he's the only hero I always get confused on the icons up top there. But yeah, a man after my own heart. And the Pathfinder, incredibly, actually gets the clan standard down. Looks like all that distraction stopped Khadit here from upgrading. Very early tier 2. That's a Risen Call Rocket minute 5.5. War Pit coming up for the Lost Worker there. And Scouting Post is upgrading, so we're gonna see some iron coming up very soon. And actually doing him a favor here, splitting up the Medusas for his enemy. So that's a bit unfortunate. But he does grab the upper sector here, gets Woodcutter and Hunting down. So, giving him the Medusas here on a silver platter, which could backfire. Otherwise, Hunting, Bloodforge coming up over there, just to make use of that single worker. Should be a safe spot. It's kind of rare to have that harassed in before it matters. But we shall see, we shall see. Pathfinder going back into the main to do some being a bit annoying there. But oh, this is nice. Gets a jump on him. So that's some dead gobos. Burning to a lovely little crisp here. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's getting all those goblins. And that's why that is pretty damn good. So the occultist is all alone in the world. No friends for him anymore. Versus Dracir is up to 5 guardians. And with Rodstone, that's enough to go after some tier 1 outposts. Right, both of them level 4 now.
We're under attack.
These Medusas still available. Pathfinder is getting some value here. Already found 1 kill. Looks like he's gonna find the next one. Goes towards his ancestors. That flag still unclaimed. But Orcs did claim the mining sector, which they're gonna be very happy about. And more goblins coming in. Looks like some are gonna be sent after that boy. Nothing produced from the Kalrak to just deal with this. So that Pathfinder is getting a very, very good value. So he's just a little bit faster at killing them than they are replenished. Bit of idle time here, which is unfortunate. But the iron mines are coming up. And the Medusas are going down. Haha! You see what I did there? Professional caster. Right at your service. Speaking of which,
We're under attack.
I don't have anything fancy. So we have a lot of focus potion here, but we're out of health. Curiously.
The outpost has been
Yeah,
built.
okay, he did take a little
We've
bit of damage.
expanded our borders.
We've got double deep waters, Ellen's fire, just more brute force I think was added recently. So that's pretty nice. And for Khadit, double brute force as well. The rest is all the same, and some death resilience. And no items either, but better health potion situation there. And I think we're gonna go after some iron mines now.
We'll be fast.
Well, where's Khadit's army? Oh geez, has he been standing around here for that long? Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. There we go, goes after the iron mine, so that's gonna be really annoying for the orc. He's firing his laser! And he's gonna get that. Yep, gets it full. Did he not have to pull up? He does have to pull up, so he didn't use it to interrupt. So that's a bit of a problem. The black rectangle.
Chop, chop, brothers.
Do you mean this one up here? Or did I miss something that I just explained? And now forgot already about? Wait. Okay, that looked like a lump of flesh that he was carrying, but it's just some Good old rusty iron ore. Khadit on 52 supply. Okay, the hunters are coming in. Dracir on 22. So he's got a bit of a window. The problem is the Shrine of Growth here is already level 2. And coming up, but the minus 75 wood is a bit of a problem. But tier 3 armor now I always want to say purchased. But that sounds a little bit too posh. Kind of like it. I love the... It reminds me of World of Warcraft to it. There's a set that looks pretty similar. But I'm not mad. I do like my bark skin. Khadit also with a level 3 armor and better health potion situation. So that's not too shabby. Iron mines are coming up slowly. Someone grab it! There's a sippy cup there. That flag's still unclaimed. Which he could have done while he was sitting here. But he's gonna go for it now. Meanwhile, Dracir is moving in here to go after yet another little bit of iron. Question is he gonna be successful there? Okay, looks like he spotted that. Let's see if he's gonna bell these boys. Yep, just about. Gonna lose some guardians here. Let's see how much damage. No. Just decides bad spot to fight, so just decides to get out. Goes all the way over there. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna come down here, but we do still have the teleport up for our orc friend here. And yeah, the rectangle up here is just for hiding the playtime. So you fellas don't get surprised. Still get surprised by the ending. Just as well as I do, because I just don't pay attention to that thing. Yeah, it's a nice little obliterate, but on 3 goblins, almost not worth it. Almost. But it's just too tempting. But oh, the massive pull and the full surround. That is pretty huge. Where's the Dark Pact? Really could use the Dark Pact here. He doesn't necessarily need it, but it just makes the whole thing faster. That was a huge pull. That was beautifully done.
What do you need?
So if all of a sudden we're 100 supply up for Khadit, versus Dracir's 18. And we don't have fire bombs to support all these AoE spells. It's still very good to put the Allen's fire now down on the shrine here. But it looks like he's gonna be convinced otherwise. Warden's now here, but they're a little bit alone. Nice focus fire on the hunters. But looks like he switched targets there. Does he use lacerating cycles? But there it is. That is just so powerful. Since orcs do struggle without brutes to do siege damage here. Oh, the druid popping ever so low. Warden's getting picked off. Some hunters were picked off as well. But I think for the moment it's better for the orc. But the shrine has been firing all this time. So the longer he fights below this, the more he can pick off. And these guys are gonna go down for some Allen's fire. There it is. Oh, that's a level 2 obliterate. Let's look at the range. It's ridiculous. I love it so much, but it is ridiculous. So that should be going down, which is a pretty decent dent into the iron economy.
Building completed.
Question is how much... Ooh, that was a nice dodge. I don't know if that was accidental or not, but that was pretty damn good. Oh, it does get you cultist out.
We've no more room for troops.
Probably
We
would
need
be
to
best
improve
off to
our
just
outposts.
generally just go for it here. I think he's trying to dodge the AoE.
We've no
He's trying
more
his best to
room for
split.
troops.
There it comes.
We need to
Oh
improve
no,
our
that's a
outposts.
pyrokinetic blast on a hunter. Nice obliterate.
We're under attack.
Level 5, by the way, for the druid. Who hasn't picked up his ultimates. That's interesting. It's a playstyle you can do. The ultimates are very strong, but if you don't have like Treant's Grasps yet,
We're under attack.
it's only gonna do half the amount of damage. So we'd rather have it like just... I suspect it's just brute force here.
Help me.
Brute force and cooldown on the obliterate. which does the trick as well. Better players are better at dodging Ellen's Wrath. Wanderers are now coming in, so that's pretty nice. Guardian's
Building
Seduct.
completed.
Much amazing. Well, it is not a Guardian Rush. So you have to keep that in mind. So the pull hurts this build even more since it was an economy opener. But that's now a lot of the iron in the hands of the Orc, which is going to be very beneficial for him. He's really really good at spending. He's pop-capped. 7 hunters, 44 gobos. Versus Dracir's 26 with a couple token iron units. Okay, Khadit is not level 5 yet. I hate that I have to switch all the way over back and forth here all the time. Meanwhile, that's going on, and the goblins are getting
We've no more room
completely
for troops.
blasted in the face.
We
Let's
need
check
to
the
improve our
upgrades.
outposts.
So nothing crazy here, so looks like the first attack upgrade was purchased.
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
Wardens are being pressured here. They do have strike resistance, so goblins are pretty good against them if they can get in. Without a front line, they don't do that much against orcs, and that's a very nice surround. Pretty brutal here. Boys are getting shanked by the gobos. Yeah, she's dead, Jim. She's so dead.
We're being attacked.
And Dracir producing from 3 groves. And has only the refinery up, so no other upgrades available. No combat upgrades. Which might prove to be an issue. And that shrine is going down. That's 2 of the 3 groves down. And if he doesn't cancel his... Ooh, he did not cancel the production here. So if these buildings get destroyed, they're gonna drop the stored resources. But they might just not have had them in the first place. So if this goes up, and then the carriers are gonna grab these little food crates, and that gives you a little bit of a boost to your stuff. And if you destroy buildings that have like stored resources, they're gonna drop that on the floor. And then that's up there for you to pick up. That's how that works as far as I know. And that's a very comfortable spot now for the Orc. Level 5, got the Blood-like Tar, no Sanguine
Building
Burst.
completed.
Which is interesting. Because Blood-like Tar, Pull, and
We're
Sanguine
being
Burst
attacked.
works really well in unison. Oh, what's just the Goblin Barbecue is back on the menu. Unfortunately, it's the Druid against the
We
world.
killed one of our heroes.
And down he goes. 8 pop cap for Dracir. Looking pretty harsh. Warden doing his best. So it's yeah, they have
Building completed.
slower attack speed, a little bit higher damage on the hit. But the DPS of the hunter is higher. Not accounting for resistances. So that is pretty damn spicy here. And I think Dracir is basically dead. He doesn't have many resources in the bank. He's got like 1 grove somewhere hiding.
Damn it.
Over there.
Well then.
So can't really produce. Is he producing from the main? No, not really. Druid's dead. Versus the mighty Orc Tide. 52 goblins and 13 hunters.
We've no more room for troops.
Go
We
above
need
the
to
outside.
improve our outposts.
According to every fantasy topic, absolutely disgusting. So who's role played
We've no more room for
a
troops.
gourmet in
We need to
a
improve our outposts.
in a Dungeons and Dragons game, basically poaching every rare
Building
animal
complete.
that there is and eating them, just like Charles Darwin did. So that's why a vampire would never bite a goblin.
We've no more room for troops. We need to
Aw.
improve our outposts.
Can you imagine a vampire goblin? Just the size of that head. Imagine the teeth. That'd be ridiculous. That's like a. You remember the French comic with the vampire? I can't remember what the name of it was. But that guy had massive teeth as well. That's how I imagine the goblins here.
Damn it.
I bet it's a comic about Spellforce goblins being turned into a vampire way before its time. I'm sure that's the case. Okay. The druid is very bravely coming in there by himself. Getting a little bit of a roast here on the hunters. Just a little bit of a charring on one side. But he doesn't quite have the time to cook him through. Down goes the druid boy. And I think this Shrine of Growth is going down the drains.
We're being attacked.
And without trying to BM, I think we're gonna double speed this. See if there's anything else happen, because like Dracir has no army. The druid is gonna have to be purchased back. Let's just Benny Hill it all the way through. French vampires are his field. Oh, it's actually gonna be a base snipe. Interesting. Okay, some protectors are there. Some token boys. Oh, this is so disgusting. But even the super druid can't do it all. This is the chase. Run, boy, run! Rip. Oh, oh, oh. And down goes the Sanctum. Poor protectors. But they look awesome. I really like them. Shoulder pads are a bit too wide, otherwise they're amazing. Oh wow, even the orcs are laying down. Just everybody that has a little bit of a nap here. GG, well played. Oh, Ra doesn't know the French vampire's name. I really want to Google him now because it's gonna bug me. So GG, well played there. Very nice, very nice. And okay, like I already spoiled that it's a 3-game series in the title. So let's jump into the next one. Okay, now I have to Google this. I think it's probably gonna come up first thing if I type in French vampire comic. Oh, Requiem Chevalier Vampire. Oh, okay, so it's not the first thing. Cartoon. Cartoon is what I need to type, not comic. Come on, there you are. Ernest le Vampire. How's it spelled in French? Ernest? Wait, I'll show you in a second. Hang on. We have a little bit of time. Ah, give me a better picture of him. Ah, that's a good one. There he is, that boy. That's the one I mean. Just look at him. He's literally a goblin with teeth. That is our vampire Spellforce 3 goblin. And I love him so much. He was pretty good. It was a little bit. I think it was like a silent film kind of deal, similar to the Pink Panther in English. But in German, the Pink Panther was actually dubbed with rhymes, and it was amazing. So, we've got Dracir and the Lower Sanctum again.
Understood.
Lower Sanctum, the lower part of the map. Going for Loranger this time. And do we see a mix-up? Nah, it's gonna be Occultist. Classic stuff. Only double hunting and early Stonecutter. A little bit of a mix-up. We'll see how it plays out for him. Doesn't need that much lumber since there are not that many sectors to upgrade. That should be pretty interesting. Okay, we're still going triple woodcutter here. So no aggressive opener. Pew! I love myself a Pathfinder. I need to make for one of the next videos I need to make a Pathfinder rush. Because their upgrade is really good. Just not many people utilize it. So it's a big commitment. It's kind of a tier 2 all in. But that and dropship dwarves should be viable in the next patch as well. So keep a lookout for that. But until then, the community build guide has to be on hold. Because I need a new meta to rebel against to develop first. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. I tried to summon scroll recently and it was a disaster. Oh yeah, the siege pathfinders. Oh, hang on. Oh, I did change the thingamajig, right? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get the casting overlay back in. No, damn it! You didn't see anything. Good, good, good. So Pathfinder's trying his best here. So yeah, that's one of the issue with this map. Depending on the race you play, like this stone is harassable on the northern spot, while it's completely covered on the southern base. So for example, if a dwarf spawns in the south, he's completely fine. If he spawns in the north, he's in a bit of trouble. Because he can be harassed there. So that's something the maps need to be a bit better at, is the resource imbalance in terms of protection. Got nice pull here by the Walk Rider. So that wolf should go down. Pathfinder might get away, but the Walk Rider should finish it off. Nice, nice. Where are our heroes? Alright, one's up there. And our ranger girl is down here, so I don't expect anything different for the occultist. So, if you're looking for a guide on the build, there's not going to be anything fancy. So, deep water, spirit of the forest, and full-on left side build. Nothing too fancy here either. Tried and proven stuff, and just for completionist sakes, we will check it out. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. You've heard me sell it before, and I will say it at some point again. But today I refuse. Otherwise I'll just look like a tape. And we've got some Pumbas around here. Some lovely little warthogs. Which I'm pretty sure are not known for their tropical climate. But there they are. Having a bit of a holiday on Palm Beach. There we go. I was wondering what's going on here. Well, that was just some harass. My brain couldn't comprehend that this wasn't in the hands of the elf. But that's pretty nice. So it's... yeah, okay, he just triggered them to do some damage, which is nice. Drained some resources. Oh, but his flag's getting stolen. No, not stolen. That's the orc's flag. That is... I'm really confused right now. But all is well, all is well. Looks like we're going for more harass here by Dracir.
We're under attack!
Well, Khadit is taking some major damage on the scouting post, so even if it doesn't kill it, it's still gonna drain some resources. Just due to the fact that you have to repair.
Our workers are under attack.
I'm pretty sure he still will get the full XP if he's close enough to get it, because he's doing all the damage to them. But the harass down here does turn off the lumber mills for the time being. He has to sit in his thing here. What was that? That was the weirdest barrage I've ever seen. Not quite sure if he's just trying for building damage there or what that was about. Oh, there we go. Probably was aiming for them going back outside. There we go, that's some pretty damn tasty worker kills. Butter them up with a barrage, finish them off with a wolf. Classic stuff. I'm gonna get some XP from the wolf. Oh! Ah, that nice try and resummon. So if you resummon the wolf, you basically deny the XP, but it was a little bit too late there. It's a bit of a Warcraft 3 trick there with the Spectral Wolves. And the Medusas are slowly going down, but they're going down too far away from our boy here, so XP has been denied, which is definitely valuable. Really nice player from Dracir, speaking of levels, 3 on 3. So that part is still even. It's also a similar thing with blowing up the wolf. Your enemy will still get some XP because for the amount of damage done. So on an explosion, I think you get XP for it. On a resummon, I think it also dies. So I might have been mistaken there, so it's not actually a denial. Because I had situations where I was like, for example, upgrading to the level 2 bear, And then the summon that's currently active will also die, and it doesn't vanish. It just literally dies. So if there's like damage done, you should get XP if you're in range. You don't want to relive this. I think, unfortunately, I don't think replays show the chat. I'm not even. I think live games do. Is there player chat here? Just in case I toggled it off by accident. No. That's unfortunate. No! To quote Nakamura, pick up the thing! Don't leave it! Don't leave it behind. What's your attack speed, actually? Pretty slow, in fact. And not that higher damage on the auto attack. Oh no, he's not gonna get XP again. Oh no, the other Medusas have been triggered. These are literally triggered angry women. So there's your liberal joke there. The conservative one. They're all triggered. Look at these females. Being all angry and shit about the patriarchy. Oh, that's bad. But the stun gets her out. But the other angry woman is gonna say hello to some poor stonecutters. You know what? Let's cast this game from this perspective. I've never turned the map on this. Just to confuse everyone and appreciate the artwork from a different style. Oh god, this is very disorientating. And usually draws the ire of the chat. But there we go. At least it gets some XP this time. Oh wow, they actually nearly killed the outpost. So we did have to teleport back there. Let's check. So we are on 6 pop here. Only 3 guardians at minute 8.
We're under
So
attack.
full economy again versus some 11 goblins and 105 food in the bank. That's a big ouchie. But minus 61 wood, so he can't get goblins at all. No war pit for at least war production riders. So I think the technical term is royally fucked at this point. Oh my god, this is so disorientating. Especially when I look at the map where my camera is. But it's still a pretty map from this angle. I like it. So that's a really nice early harass. It's a hard map for orcs. It's just so tiny and cute. Where you just can't get enough outposts rolling to get your production going. Pick up the pick-me-up! Indeed! Your eyes. I know. Poor little Pumbaa. Just chilling with the crabs. That is the slowest siege I've ever witnessed, I think. I guess they'll get there eventually. What's Dracir up to? Except for having his heating bill increased. Oh, he's trying to go for the med. Was he, or was he just passing through? Looks like he's just on his way back. Does he not have town portal up?
We're under
He
attack.
does, but I'm not quite sure. Sorry, Khadit. Slash Akokazam! Damn you and your name swaps. Too many names. Oh, he gets it with a barrage. That goes in the bingo book. And she's just, wow. That is one fine lady. She's too good to walk. A lady does not walk. A lady levitates whenever she pleases. That was quite impressive there. Maybe she was tiptoeing around. Ooh, look at this little cranny. A little bit of a smuggling outpost here. Man, Spellforce 3 maps are gorgeous. I really hope we see some more of it. Let's see, back to the game and shit. So we've got the tier 2 up. Let's see. Oh my god, this is this is really hard on me as well with the map turn. Double iron mine. Oh my god, that's a lot of wardens suddenly. So we're up to 11 wardens, 6 guardians.
Building completed.
Versus 9 goblins. Place your bets now. The odds are not very good. So I don't think you're gonna make much money off it. And that's a bit ambitious here. I think these goblins are doing what Khadit wants to do in this game. Just lay down and pretend you're dead. Well, in this case, they don't even have to pretend. And here they come in. Probably just gonna delete that. Yeah, tier 1 outpost is not the strongest of beasts. Only 3,500 health. That is not going to last. And I think he just lost his entire army. The wolf comes by to check it.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Someone's having a bad time here. Got the tier 1 armor, I think. Yeah, only the tier 1. Couldn't afford much else. Looks like he might have bought some potions. But I think this is spelling doom. Doom, I tell you.
My bow is ready.
So the early stonecutter didn't pay
Building
off.
completed.
The lumber mills just got deleted. And after that, you can't even get
The
gobos
outpost has
without
been
the war
built.
pit.
We've expanded
Which at this
our
point still
borders.
is 20 wood. So you have to calculate that. Oh, that just feels bad.
Chieftain, the
No army
outpost
with
has
200
been
food.
built. Our borders
There you
have
go, some
expanded.
wargs finally coming out. But at this stage in the game, they're not gonna do much.
Our workers are under attack.
Oh no! He's gonna delete the very first iron that his mind is getting deleted. The poor soul.
I'm ready to join my
He just lays down. Just lay me down. Which is an actual term. That was an inside joke of the Confederate rebels. After the battle of...
Our workers are under attack.
not Shiloh. Some railroad junction. But I don't think it was a Shiloh. Well, basically, one of the Union generals said, "Did we win?" And one of his aides said, "No, sir." And he just said, "Oh God, just lay me down." Looks like we got some chat action going on. I'm gonna go over that after. Oh God, the poor Warg Riders. They are beautiful babies. But this is not a fight they want. Guardians are turning all of these goblins into shish kebab. So we've had goblin barbecue. How does Warg tartar sound? Freshly minced by double swords? Probably depends on what they've eaten. But the map's looking mighty blue right now. I'll be very honest with you, I'm physically getting dizzy just because of having the map turned. It is such a weird experience. But we're committed now. Just as committed as this occultist is to meet his ancestors very, 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 very quickly. Say hi to my dad for you. Yeah, that went out wrong. But you get the message. GG, well played. That's a bit of an ouchie. And if you were ever in doubt if economic harass works, now you know. Walking is for scrubs. Yeah, she was just levitating it. So there's a bit of a rep here. Big oofs. So I think these are tournament games, right? Was that from a tournament? Imagine submitting replays of a stream snipe. Ah, okay, so it wasn't tournament. Oh, that's good. So we haven't seen that before. You lying sack of shit. Oh. Khadit still whoops me 100% of the time. Oh. Richard hates it. So does Dracir. Hey, I stick to my decisions even if they're bad. You have to be a man of commitment, focus, and will. Just to experience everything that there is to experience in life. And let's go for the last one.
Situated at the northwestern
our lovely
border
series
of
here.
Bargagor, the Mystic Valley combines the orcish wasteland
Okay, that's nice.
with Lee Shade's tropical vegetation.
So that's
The
fine
Hibernian
then.
ruins that are scattered all over the canyon have always attracted archaeologists, who believe the city that once stood there to have been of great importance to the Hibernian Empire. However, the valley's beauty is deceptive. Many travelers have fallen
Poor
victim
Farlon.
to its perilous fauna, the undead, or simply its relentless, humid heat.
Humid heat. Northwestern end of Bargago. I'm currently there I was just there in the main story. So, yeah, it's kind of similar. So you've got these volcanic orky thingies, so it makes sense. So what are we gonna do this time? This time it's gonna druid baby time. I love it. Triple woodcutters. By the way, why are you placing your woodcutters always so weirdly? Like, their walking distance is really gonna decrease their efficiency, in my opinion. Or do you just want them that close to have the easier to protect them?
Give us away.
Or do you just simply not care? Cultist coming in with the full lumber mill, triple hunting. So no stone this time. Let's see how that goes. And I think that's a build
Building
swap.
completed.
So Pyroblast, Allen's Fire, and Deep Waters for faster creeping. And the potential snipe on this boy. And I don't think he got it, right? No. And Guardian is a bit slow there. I might have gotten it if he immediately fired.
The
But
outpost has been
Guardian
built.
always bugs out.
We've expanded our borders.
So you have to do a move order first and then attack on a swap to ranged. I think the other way around is a little bit better. But down goes the warg here. Because you're stupid and the map told you it's fine. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, different piglets here. Wait, are these pigs? Yeah, they are. Just looked a bit weird from the front there. Oh, that's a level 2 lovely
We're under attack.
sniper Reno off the lumber mill. So that's gonna be annoying again. But at least the vote economy doesn't look as dire as earlier. Yet. Pathfinder's going up. Looks like the druid is also going to the main. So some early druid harass on one base. Does have time until that's up and running. You can also even upgrade that. It's a pretty good sector to have upgraded. In the meantime, you just go out there and do some druid business. Where is he firing? So he's firing it from his left hand, while he points the other hand. This is... I mean, that's a poser stance, but I feel like it would look better if it comes out of his staff. Oh, but might lose some worker this time. Wait, what? Oh, were those hunters? Me confusi. Ah, no, he had some workers idle in the main. Just got immediately replaced. But this time, there should be some downtime. So much time. You are 10% Aeonius creations, 90% fakes. That is fantastic. Well, Aeonia apparently didn't have any frog budget. So no frogs apparently, which is very sad. We do have some crabs. As you do. Crab's always a problem. But that druid posing a real problem here. Especially since the occultist is down here in the main and not grabbing more territory.
We're being attacked.
Let's see what's struck here. Is he switching it up a little bit? So he's getting a grove now. He's up to 5 guardians, which are probably all come from the main. Yeah. And,
Yes?
well, 4 guardians. Versus Khadit, 6 gobos. But the druid, is he spending like potions on this? Yes, he has. So he did invest a lot of money there. Which is gonna make it a little bit difficult later on. And most of these guys are belled, so that's okay-ish, and goes home now. Oh, might lose another guardian here on the good old rally. Oh, yeah, there comes the fireball. You know what I would really like? If there was like an actual dude sitting here and chucking fireballs, that'd be kind of cool. Like all the outposts Just have like a little like a pedestal with an archer or something. Just for my immersion. I need it. It would be really, really nice. But hey. Maybe in the future. Or the next spell force. Poor undead here just getting clobbered. Apparently zombifying makes you lose your genitals. So just in case you were wondering, you're all gonna be good. Nobody's gonna know afterwards if you're getting zombified. Unless you were proud of what you had. It's only gonna be sad. But yeah, that's pretty good elf play here. While this wall was upgrading, and you can just go just go across, deny the expand / do eco damage, depending on your opponent's reaction. So we're level 3 for Khadit here. Don't think anything fancy. Nope, usual build. You all know it, you all love it. We'll see if the patch is gonna change anything. And there you go, if you wanna know how to play Druid in this fashion. Psychokinetic Blast, Rodstone on level 2 in this case, Alan's Fire and Double Deep Waters to just keep spamming that good stuff. And the Goblin Tide isn't quite up and running yet, but he's grabbing a lot of outposts in the Orky fashion. So we shall see how that goes.
We're under attack!
Under attack. Okay, grabs Nature's Gift. That's interesting. It's a pretty good one. I still haven't quite... I don't know. I'm never quite comfortable using it. Against goblins it's quite nice since of the low DPS. But it's in a weird spot. Like it's pretty good early game. Then falls off in the mid game. And then can be good again late game with Alan's Wrath full heal. It's not a full heal, but... if you go Treen's Grass with Alan's Fire, Alan's Wrath is going to be really good at killing all of these goblins. But I wanted to make a build around Obliterate and then just going full heal otherwise. But that still needs some practice. We'll see how it performs. Exactly, Dracir. Also, you just need to try things. Otherwise it will be boring. But that's the power of the early Druid. You just come in here with a couple of Guardians. You don't even have that many. Especially against an Orc. You're gonna fire your laser! And oh, these poor workers always just die. Huh, the workers have greaves. Apparently, being an Orc worker requires a lot of shin protection. You never know what's in the undergrowth. Probably all those pigs, they probably bite. You really don't want to have that around the ankle. Good pull. But at this point in the game, you can't really punish him yet. Does get a Guardian out of it. Which is nice. Okay, that's pretty good. That's another way to force him out of the stance. By threatening the massive damage. Gonna lose a lot of health here though, because he walked out of it. Oh, but nice. Was actually pushing on the other side. Let's check the economies. So we have 26 goblins up. The economy is looking pretty decent. We're almost pop capped, which is a problem due to the low sector count. We're casually minus 72 wood down the drain.
Yes.
And up to 17 Guardians.
Building
which is probably
completed.
pretty happy with. No T2 tech yet. Versus Risen Kalrak, essentially finished. Very nice. Looks like we're going to the shop here.
Yes, yes, come closer.
Okay, level 2 armor, some more health potions. Good stuff. Dracir also has gotten his spare armor. Which almost looks exactly
We're
the same.
being
Looks like I think it's a bit lighter. Time for some skeleton crunch. Which should give, yeah, halfway to level 5, which is pretty neat. And some more potions. Always appreciated. Let's see what the rest of it entails. Spend your points when I'm watching! Damn you!
Scryer, we lost a sector.
Alright, recap the flag there. Ah. Not obliging. Not obliging at all.
Completed.
Players never play with a caster in mind. It's just so inconsiderate. So ever so inconsiderate. Iron Mains are slowly coming online. Do we have our lovely little war pit? Yes, indeed. Hunters are coming in.
We're being attacked.
Our boy Dracir still on the lower sanctum. That could be a potential problem. Could
We need to
increase
gather more
workforce as
wood,
well.
Scryer.
But hunting cabins are going down. Let's see if he's gonna just get his production set up at the main, or
Our
if he's
heroes grew
gonna
stronger.
go farms. Level 5 has been achieved by killing of this wonderful little wyvern. What item did we get? A focus ring, which is never bad. I can't remember if these wyverns can drop anything else. Like the last couple games we've witnessed, it's always been focus rings. So I
Building
they
completed.
might just be able to only grab that. Okay, that's always nice on this map, since it's the only way to get a Titan on this here. And since orcs are in a position to sometimes be able to rush it, it's good to have control over it. As a race that cannot.
We're being attacked.
And that guardian is literally in the wrong neighborhood. He just got gobble shanked. And meat's back on the menu for those boys.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Strong.
Oh no, it's not an uh-oh. Infectious Wyvern. It's probably one of the easier ones. And, yep, that's a pretty good use of that ability. Keeping you guys topped up. Pretty nice. Khadit a little bit slow to get back out there. It's taken him quite a while to recapture this, and hasn't even grabbed this one. But, okay, yeah, send some gobbles out to snipe some flag. That's always nice.
Building completed.
But Dracir's heading away. Heading up front with the levels. And he goes for Crushed Spirits, which is a channeled ability, which does have an area of effect. So, for 14 seconds, you decrease the resistance by -80, which is insane. The attack power by -40, and the movement speed by 80. So there's a couple. So you can either use it for hero snipes, which is what I'm expecting to see, because that's the most easy one. Or you put it down on high target units, or like a clump of wyvern, let's say. But then you have to be very careful to target the wyverns away that have not been target channeled on, because as soon as the channel target dies, the debuff also goes. But it's really good, especially against the occultist with all this resistance buffs. Just basically doubles your damage against him and denies him all that value. Yep, Brutus, it scales. It scales indeed. But that's a good point, I should mention. That is a full brute force Crushed Spirits. So that's what you get after that. That's a -80 movement speed. So if you're casting that like on this level, he's never gonna walk out of it.
Our heroes grew stronger.
And let's actually check all the other abilities. While casually gobos get murdered in the background. So Rod Stone is then up to 96 damage per second. Psychokinetic Blast does 320 magic damage on a single target. Treant's Grasp impairs you for -64 movement speed in a big AoE. And Alan's Wrath just basically nukes you for 320 damage.
Building completed.
Also heals you for 160 if you target it on the healing aura. But there we go, look at this. Basically does no damage, can't walk. Gets completely annihilated. Rip that man. Lovely showcase of our boy the druid here. Which
Building completed.
like with the ranger nerfs, I just see the druid being meta now. Like, the Ranger is still better early game. So we're gonna have to see how that shakes out, how the early game has changed now. So, or will change. Especially since all these changes might not be final. I said change a lot there. But there we go, look at that. They're not able to move. But looks like it was just out of range. What's the range? Good question.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
That's a low cooldown. That's a 15-second cooldown, by the way, on an ultimate. 150 range, so yeah, pretty much exactly what we saw there. So that is brutal. I need to check the AoE again, if it's actually, as I mentioned before, worth it for sniping other units. Before you kill the channel target. Ouchie bombouchie. So we're down to 8 Guardians for Dracir, and Khadit is 15 Goblins and 1 Hunter. Looks like he was not paying attention here. Alright, gets out. Looks like the bleed was too much for him. Iron mines are up and running. How many production do we have here? Still only 1 grove, which are producing wardens now. We do not have any tech buildings.
We're under attack.
And Khadit's economy. Bloodforge not quite coming up. Tech-wise, we got the Hunter upgrade as we've seen. Nothing else, no Gobbo upgrade, no nothing. Looks like at the moment we're just building iron mines, I would assume. Considering the stone debuff, yeah. Well, not debuff. You know what I mean. But Dracir is investing right now.
The outpost has been built.
Though it seems to be only in economy, not production. Oh, he's gonna grab yet another wyvern. That is brutal stuff. Level 7 druid already. That probably puts him over the edge to 8. Oh, look at that, look at that. Look at those debuffs. That's insane. Minus 81 strike resistance.
Scryer, we lost a sector.
Rip that wyvern. So how many focus rings does he have by now? Okay, so they can drop the shield rings for the 5 all around, down to 250 health. So yeah, pretty similar upgrades depending what you need.
Building completed.
I think the focus ring is... Well, most heroes just get enough deep waters to not bother with focus, really.
It will only take a second.
Which I feel like maybe needs to get nerfed. I don't know. Because it's just too easy to have like a lot of these high spell power heroes topped up on regen without potions. But if they couldn't do their stuff, they would also be useless. So it's a fine line. So there's a nice choke, but that's an even better pull. But oh no, he lets him go. The last wyvern is trying to have a word. Oh, goes for the underdog.
Building completed.
Rips some gobbles for breakfast. Oh god. Gets the full combo off. Double damage and a full heal with the 250. That is brutal. No interrupt available. And no beam. Ah, silenced now. But I think there's gonna come. Maybe Alan's Wrath it to heal up. Nope, just gonna go channel it. Okay, so I think that's the AoE here. So it can debuff a big blob of like infantry-sized targets. But big targets, it's mostly just single. Let's check again. So 3 hunters, 15 goblins. He's trying to steal that. Well, you can't steal it completely, but you might get the item, which nope, Dracir is hoarding. So that's a nice ring collection there. Sauron would be proud. He is a true ring bearer. Probably just wants one for every finger.
I await your command. Ellen guides my steps.
And protectors now, well, his army is pretty small. So Khadit has done really well in that regard.
Well then.
But it's mostly due of us just still being on the grove here. The single one. Which I find very surprising.
Building completed.
But we are also like very heavily minus on the wood here.
Yeah.
Do we get in the sanctum? Workforce
We need to
upgrade?
gather
Nope.
more wood, Scryer.
And Khadit went to the shops again for some sippy pots. And 9 hunters. If he knows... Well, you wouldn't expect anyone with that much territory to only have like 1 production building. So he definitely is not going to be comfortable attacking in that. I know it does, Dracir. I know it does. But you would think you would be able to fit some woodcutters in on some of these sectors. It's not like there's not an entire forest to eliminate. And if elves can do one thing, it's chop down trees in this game.
Let us see. Chieftain.
Yes?
We will be swift. Damn it. More complicated.
You might also consider like not building some of the other stuff before you have your groves.
We're being attacked.
But oh, there we are. Looks like someone recognizes the same issue that we have, but we're down 72 wood again.
Building completed.
Yeah, I wonder if in this situation channeling the thing on one of the hunters, but then... I don't know, it's a weird situation. It's hard to
Building
target
completed.
in terms of not getting the channel target snipe, but ouch. Goblins genocide, the druid's favorite pastime.
We're being attacked.
So Dracir is just saying to Khadit, where are all your hunters gone? Where are they? Well, most of them weren't quite there yet. So, which is probably a blessing in disguise. By not having them deleted along with the others.
Building completed.
But that's some classic orc rallying here. It's the worst on some maps, especially when the map gets checkered. Trying to get all your orcs quickly to the front.
We're being attacked.
Yeah, looks like Wanderers, yeah, full iron army. No expense has been spared to exterminate the greenskin threat. Well, I guess they're beige skins. What is that? Mud brown? Mud brown. The mud brown threat.
Building completed.
Starting to look scary here.
What do you need?
32 gobos though, and 12 hunters, which isn't bad. But he needs to do a lot of dodging there. Some hot debation about the druid beam. Yeah, it's very strong. Especially against orcs currently, since just due to the low amount of HP on the buildings. But you have to be careful with nerfing that thing, just because otherwise you just make it useless. Pretty much with any ability. I'm still curious how the occultist nerf is gonna pan out, since it does scale now with brute force. So it's not a complete 50% nerf. But going down from 200 to 100% attack buff definitely hurts. But he should, like, for what you use it for mostly, it should still be very good at sniping flags. Probably gonna need like 1 hit more, but that's definitely faster than most other heroes. And the Goblin Shaman got a buff. And honestly, I started to prefer the Goblin Shaman in pretty much any matchup except Trolls nowadays. So I hope to see more of him. But I don't think the Occultist is gonna be completely just obliterated from the face of the earth. Especially if we're gonna see some late game Zarok's Might. I think that's criminally underused as well. But we'll see, we'll see.
Will only take a second.
Alright, so apparently I'm in the minority with the Dark Pact buff. As I said, I haven't seen it played out. So you might have a point. But I think if you... Personally, I always feel... Okay, let's watch this fight first before we go into any debate here. Otherwise YouTube is gonna scream at me. That's a lot of hunters. Nailing that druid. And down he goes. So that was pretty nice. Still terribly toasty around here. But now we see like a little bit something we've seen I think in the first game of this series. Can't quite remember. Where instead of fighting you just move away and you're also already in a terrible position, so you're just gonna take all the damage in the world. So we shall see. But yeah, that should go into Orc's favor. Might get some more kills here. And that's a pretty nicely played here by Aqua Kazam, also known as Khadit. There we go.
I await your command.
Words and stuff. 20 hunters, 18 scoundrels, and a couple brutes now to help siege stuff down. Very nice.
We're being attacked.
And Dracir is already back on 100 pop with his druid and back in play. So the point I wanted to make is that I personally feel... Oh god damn it, how do I do this? Okay. No, I'm on the wrong fucking boy.
We've no more room
Like,
for
most people
troops.
get the
We
blood
need to improve
sacrifice
our outposts.
and the blood conference very early in the game. Considering they have a health cost offered in themselves, I always feel they're not really worth it. So the way I see the new occultist
We've no
play
more
is,
room for
instead of
troops.
grabbing that, just
We
go
need to
brute
improve
force,
our outposts.
concentration, and just pump demonic pact then, and try to get your damage back that way. So you can still do that and then grab the other stuff later in the game, where it's easier to make up the health cost of the spells themselves with
We're
the
under attack.
leech afterwards. Because at the beginning I never feel it's worth it. Meanwhile, the druid is coming
being
down
attacked.
downtown here, trying to hit some things. But apparently, like you guys were also talking about,
We're under attack.
not just Rod Stone Beam, but the other beam there, which has been used quite successfully.
Our
But
workers
yeah,
are under attack.
lesson learned: if you're an elf and have a ranged army, do not teleport into the middle of 14 hunters. Generally
Our
doesn't go
workers
well
are
for
under
anyone.
attack.
But let's see, Khadit down to 88. Dracir still on 108. Strong economy. So we gotta. This is what I meant earlier down here. Instead of like running away, the elf army is probably best off to just fight that out and do a lot of damage, and then maybe pull off with the pull away with the guys that are already on the far side. So that was pretty hurtful. Let's see,
Yes.
Khadit is pretty damn low on food and everything. Way too much stone. Needs to start transitioning a bit more. Level 7 now.
We're being attacked.
But the resistance debuff beam probably needs a nerf. Or like at least it needs like higher cooldown so you can properly interrupt it. Like a 15-second cooldown is nothing. That like it should probably have like a 45-second cooldown or something. So an interrupt is actually on it is actually worth it. But this time the occultist goes down. The elf army is in full swing. I don't... No, we still have the high attack speed, so the upgrade isn't in. And that was that Dracir's... Khadit's? God damn it, no. It was not his entire army. So that's pretty... not
We're
good,
being
but
attacked.
at least not completely disastrous. But it might start to snowball very soon. Level 10 Druid boy. Pretty scary.
Building completed.
Went for some Breath of Vitality now. Keep himself healthy. Yeah, just goes here for all the level 1. Because most people are able to move out of that within the 10 seconds. You only get like a 10-second increase. There comes the Rod Stone in. And nukes that.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Do I have to share some replays here? I can do that later on. Occultist can only heal 5000 HP and get 70 resistance, yeah. No, it was a private message from Dracir. So he'd have to send you the link. I don't even know if I can share the link because I'm not quite sure how he set that up. It was a Google Doc, so I am not entirely sure. Lots of goblins here. No drummers or anything to buff these boys a little bit.
Good news.
Let's
We
check
finished
if he's done
researching a
anything
new
of that
technology.
lot. Nope. Just went trolls and wyverns. It's not necessary, but it really depends on your playstyle and what you can afford.
Our
But
scholars
I
have
think
finished
Khadit,
researching
yeah,
a new
he is
technology.
maxed out now, so he's got to make some magic happen now. Went for a lot of health to at least live a little bit longer through their
Building
beam.
completed.
Good luck with that. Really needs to make good use of the nullify. Oh, he's always... Oh, this is so dangerous for the elf.
Building completed.
Really not convinced by this. Rather than going somewhere in the backline there.
We're being
But
attacked.
we will see. Hero is getting murdered. Beam is not interrupted. Occultist goes down. And that looks like a pretty decisive victory for the Elven army.
We're here to protect.
Still no upgrades though, I think.
We're being
Alright,
attacked.
got some stuff cute. Warden's coming in, Savage Blows coming in. Looks like he always gets the Wonder
Say the
upgrade
word,
first,
everyone.
which is not a bad shout. Hasn't spent his points.
We're being attacked.
Poor little occultist. Not quite sure if he used Nullify in that fight. He might not have seen the druid at all, being hidden behind that grove. Well, he should be able to see him, because like you have like unit occlusion on, unless it's an option you accidentally turned off. That is very true. The protectors give you that nice AoE buff if you jump on top of them to keep these guys alive. But you didn't have the upgrade yet, so... And like for the AoE damage. So it's somewhere risky, somewhere not, I guess. And if it's just up against gobos and hunters, it's not too bad. You're correct in that regard. Let's see, so we're on our way to max out again, but the food production seems to be stalled. Just so much stone. Really need to get rid of that, but winter mages are coming in now. Tier 3 has been achieved. That is gonna hurt. Green winter mages, that somehow looks wrong. But the wanderers really look nice and green. Almost a bit too bright. But look at them shiny elves. They are beautiful.
What do you need?
6 wyverns now. I really want to see these microed. Last time I don't think it was Dracir, Khadit we've seen with the wyverns. So I hope he's got them and the hunters on like an extra group
Building
to
completed.
really get the max value out of them. Because if you just fire at the front line, you lose a lot of DPS and your AoE in your direction. So you really just need to hit the middle of like the Wanderer blob, the Warden blob, to get these guys nuked away.
Somebody get me new ones.
So
We're
the
under
composition
attack.
is capable. But the goblin numbers aren't quite there, but 19 hunters still do hurt. Nice prepared thing there. Okay, there comes the... Looks like he didn't quite get the right click there. And the problem is, like, even if he kills the druid, Okay,
Take
both are
down
hero
one of our
focusing.
heroes.
But looks like not all of this was hero focused. And tier 3 elf, scary. Rip the orc. That hurts the feelings of our greenskin lovers. And goblins at this point, especially without buffs,
We lost
not
a
gonna do
second.
much here. And GG, well played. Exactly, winter mages as well. Yeah, goblins are really just all about the numbers. I'm not even sure if we had the 3-man upgrade for them. But it was an entertaining game nonetheless. Good showcase of the druid's power. So we can get it nerfed as soon as possible. It's gonna break my heart. But I guess all the orcs are already crying out of the rooftops because of the Dark Pact nerf. And unplayable, literally unplayable game. Like nobody was... We can't play it at all anymore. We're gonna have to see how it shakes out. I think a lot of the orc mains are a bit over dramatic. But they definitely do have a point. There's still a lot of other stuff that needs to be nerfed. Yes, we did cast that already. That's gonna go up as well. And here we have a nice full series. So thank you for sending that in. Good thing you didn't win all of them. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cherry pick your replays in the future. I made the mistake of mentioning that you sent them in, so probably most people expected you to win most of them, but you didn't get them all. But very nice showcases of some proper elf strategies, so that's gonna help people out. See some more, well, currently underused, but after this probably exploited abilities that we are so fond of. So everybody who's complaining that there's no depth and stuff in this game, there's still a lot of things to explore. And for that, I definitely thank you. Oh, that's the wrong screen. There we go, that's my idle screen. The showcase! Yeah. God damn it, my brain's faster than my mouth. So I just stumble and bro. So I'm gonna quickly restart the stream as in usual fashion, so I have an easier time of uploading this stuff to YouTube. So thank you for watching, for all the YouTube fellas, and I'll see you Twitch fellas in just a second. BRB.